Hey guys, it's October 16th here. It's been pretty interesting last few days I've hunted up here. No signs of bucks yet, just Olden does I've been seeing. Last night, I don't know what was going on. I don't know if the wind wasn't in their favor or if they was smelling something, but the does yesterday were on edge pretty bad. Was running the ozonics. The wind was iffy, but the way they come in, they shouldn't be coming in downwind or nothing like that. But down here in this hollow, though, I wouldn't be surprised if the wind swirls around in here. So, but we got faith in the ozonics, and hopefully that if a big buck does come in, that hopefully it don't smell us. So, but we spray down, do everything we can as far as scent control goes. So we're in here after one particular buck called the big one. He got a couple years of history with him. Got a couple sheds off of him. He's an old smart deer, and he showed himself a little bit more the past few weeks in daylight than he has. So haven't had no night pictures of him past 2 nights, so he's due to show up. Whether he shows up in daylight or at night's another thing. So, but we're gonna sit back this evening and see what happens. I know probably one of the warmer days today, but as far as Monday and Tuesday, we're only looking in the upper 40s is gonna be the high. So the next 2 days should be pretty good, hopefully, for a lot of guys, hopefully myself too. But we're just going to sit back and see what happens. So stay tuned, guys. It's going to be an interesting evening. So mid-hunt update for you. It's about, it's 5:41 to be exact. Thought I was off to a pretty slow start there for a little bit, and then, probably about 15 minutes ago, had 7 does come down, and they finally got comfy in here, and it took one doe to get a little spooked, and I think it scared itself, to be quite honest with you, and it took off out of here, and so did the other 6 right behind it. So guess maybe since they're all gone, maybe the big one will show up, I guess. Hopefully. Guess we're gonna see. guys. I think we just freaking smoked him. Freaking heart's about to come right out of my chest. It's been a long 5 or 6 years without a buck. It's been a long 3 seasons chasing this one in particular. There's one man I have to thank, and that's Jimmy Olden. Right here. That one was for you, buddy. That one was for you. Oh my gosh. I haven't had no nighttime pictures of him for a couple days now, and I was just sitting here at a big doe out front, and I looked in the back and I thought I seen horns, but I was like, no, it's too good to be true. And sure enough, he come walking through, and I'm ecstatic right now. I can't believe it. I hope he's done for. After I shot, I heard him run over there and thrash around a little bit, so we're gonna get out of here and give him a little bit of time and come back in. So you guys stay tuned.
Hello?
I shot him.
Did you shoot it?
Yeah.
Did you find it?
I'm gonna wait a little bit before I do anything. I'm gonna need a video cameraman, so.
Do you have a good shot on it?
I think so. We'll see. I just wanted to call and tell you I'm gonna get out and hit the side by side here in a little bit.
Okay.
All right. See you in a little bit.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Alright guys, we got some reinforcements with us and gonna go track this beast. Hopefully we ain't gotta go too far. Some of that blood just. Right there he is. Let's go, baby. Look at this freaking thing. Oh my gosh. Just a freaking toad. Oh my gosh. Oh guys, it's been 3 seasons after this thing. We got 2 sheds off of them. It's been a 5-year or 6-year drought since the last one I've even put my hands on a buck. We go back to, I think, 2015 on this buck. My brother had pictures of him, so it's a blessing. I said a little prayer tonight for my buddy Jimmy Olden, who's up in heaven, and I hung a picture up in the blind with me, and I think he blessed me with this one tonight, and I Surely appreciate it. So this one was for my good buddy Jimmy, guys. So we're gonna get him drug out of here and get him back to the shop. So oh, Rick. What an animal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14 on it. Oh, plus them off the back, so that makes 15. You want roast? We get the roast out of the front shoulders. Your back strap's on left shoulder, cut in half for butterfly.
You know, actually, this next.
That's pretty good.
Good there.
All right, man. Well, you get your tag on here and. Blood,
Not very much though.
but there wasn't, much.
But it's lung blood.
Yeah.
And it was all inside him. Larry didn't ever found.
But yes, yeah, I'm not. I've been pretty picky. I will say that. You got a dark head and a white colored cape.
He's not got rid of that summer hair he did evidently.
4.5, 15.
Damn,
I said it. I said 163.
bigger than what I thought.
164 and a half. That's
close.
He's over 160 easily.
Hey guys, just wanted to hop on here and give a little bit of back history with this buck. I got a couple sheds off of him here. We go back to roughly, we're thinking about 2017 on this buck. We throw some pictures up on there for you. That's when my brother first got pictures of this deer. He was a really nice deer back then. He had him on camera for 2 years and one spot, and then he disappeared for about a year, and then I ended up getting permission on a piece of property, and it was October 25th. It was about 5:30. We went up that same day, hung a camera, put out some feed, had my covert cell camera out up there, and hung everything up, and it looked phenomenal up there. Big scrapes everywhere, and I told him, I said, man, I'd love to go back and get a set and come back up and hang and come back and hunt. And but I ended up not, was on call for work, so I ended up not doing it. And lo and behold, about 5:30, I got these pictures of this buck walking in, and I couldn't believe it. He come in broad daylight, like I said, about 5:30, and I was amazed. I hurry up and jumped in the truck and ran down to the house and showed my brother, and he's like, well, that's that buck from, a few years back. And I'm like, really? And he said, yeah. And I couldn't believe it. And ever since that day, I kind of fell in love with that deer. And so, we go through that season, the 2021 deer season. He thousands of trail camera pictures, and I mean thousands of them. Lots of daylight pictures. I hunted that deer and hunted him, and just we could never find a meeting place together. It seemed like I think he knew a little bit more about me than I did myself. But many daylight pictures of him, and I mean, an awesome deer. I ended up finding his shed February 22nd of 21. Had some pictures of him in there that night of February, and I had just put out a bunch of feed, and actually had put out a bunch of third cut and hay, and was at the shop one morning looking at pictures, and I seen him there, and then he left, and I could see something laying in the hay, and I was like, ah, it's too good to be true that he dropped it there. And sure enough, it got daylight. I requested a picture, and it was laying there, and we went up that evening, and sure enough, it was laying there, piled up in the hay. I couldn't believe it. I was amazed, and so I, obviously snagged it up and brought it back to the house, and looked and looked for the other side, and could not come up with it at all. And so fast forward to the next year of July 21st was when I had got my first summer pictures of him. Velvet, he kind of, he didn't get no bigger, but he kind of stayed about the same. Grew a little bit more mass, lost a couple points, but still was a very unique deer. Still had his kickers and stuff like that. And so ended up hunting that whole season, last deer season after him, and could never close the chapter on him. And so he got a free pass that year again. And then on March 5th, I took a gander through the woods, doing a little bit of shed hunting, and ended up finding his right side again. He only had 4 on this with a split brow, and he had some kickers here off the back. But other than that, he lost a couple times here out on the end. But other than that, he still grew his same kickers and the big bladed brow tines. So then we fast forward to this season, the 2022-2023 deer season. Third season I have been after this buck. Had been feeding him all summer and all that fancy stuff, and he ended up slipping up on October 16th, a little after 6 o'clock. I got in a stand that evening, and it was kind of warmer out. I wasn't expecting anything until the next few days when there was a big cold front coming through. I had a decent amount of pictures of him the week and a half prior to me shooting him. He was a hit or miss, and I didn't have a picture of him about 3 or 4 days. And he come in that night and with a couple does. And sure enough, I was able to self-film it and get it all on camera for you guys. He ended up scoring just a little over 164, so it's definitely been my biggest buck by far. So he's a wall hanger. Just waiting on my good buddy Cody Vincent to get some time to get him mounted up, but he can take his time because I love to hold these horns. I mean, just some wicked brow tines on him. I mean, he's a very unique deer. He's got a kicker off the back, so we've got a couple years of history with him. So these sheds are just pieces to the puzzle. So, well, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you.